doubt KOTOR has anything new for us. But then again, everyone here has been teaching us stuff,
General,
so...
need something?
You don't have to keep calling me General.
Sorry. Guess I can't get my head out of the past.
I was just wondering how you've been doing since the war ended.
I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from...
During my exile, I did the same thing.
Then you understand my restlessness. Though the war had ended, I couldn't find peace in anything. As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean?
Only too well.
I'm sure you do. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to make... I wanted to design planetary shields. But I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic.
Right.
Zerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Zerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself.
I think taking on Zerka single-handedly might be a little out of your league.
All I wanted to do was send him... That's the past, though. Something else.
How'd you lose your arm anyway?
I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner.
Jeez. I bet that was fun.
I was only kidding. Actually, it was a souvenir.
Right.
But at least it gave me something else.
Did something happen to you on Duxon? You seem a little calmer than normal.
I feel a sense of peace. It was difficult, but I guess I've come to understand something about myself.
What do you mean?
It's nothing, just something that opened my eyes. Ask me about it some other time. Was there something you wanted me for?
Well, we're not gonna have a whole lot of other times coming up soon, so... Do you have any shields? Never mind.
I didn't want to talk...
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something? What is it?
Why did you decide to fight?
The Mandalorians had to be stopped.
I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
As good a reason as any for joining.
I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. To give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt?
Jedi are trained to resist such strong emotions.
I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle took control of me, drove me forward. It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for?
Let me ask about Duxon again.
I feel...
Yeah, what do you mean?
It's nothing, just... Was there something...
Never mind. Alright, let me talk to him again.
I'm glad I found you again, General.
What are you talking about?
We were together at Malachor. I don't know if anyone else could understand.
So why are you here?
You getting philosophical on me? I'm here because you found me on Telos and I decided to come along for the ride.
I mean, why are you still here?
Tired of me already? I was frustrated. Watching the Ithorians getting pushed around by Zerka, I thought I could make a difference, but it was taken away from me. Guess if one planet was good enough for me, why not the galaxy?
Maybe. I'm not looking to fix it. Sometimes there are things that can't be fixed. Even if you know what was wrong with it, how would you know where to start?
You just have to know what the circuits look like.
It's all wires and switches to you, huh?
That's the way I see things. Traveling with you, I know there's something else in the universe, but I can't do anything about it anyways. So I'll leave it to you to take care of.
I'll do my best.
Was there something you wanted me for?
Is he ready to talk about Duxon?
I feel a sense... It's nothing.
Not ready to talk about Duxon. Okay, never mind. Alright, we talked to him again.
General, what is it?
Are you okay, KOTOR?
Traveling with the Mandalorians. It brings back too many memories. Don't worry about me. I won't cause any problems. But if Mandalore steps out of line, I'll put him out the airlock.
I think you're overreacting.
You're right. I'm just not used to the idea of fighting with Mandalorians. Was there something you wanted me for?
Let's ask about Duxon. What do you mean?
It's nothing. Was this...
He's not ready to talk about it yet. Alright. Maybe now he'll have something to tell us.
Yes, General?
What do you mean?
It's nothing. Was this...
Alright, I think we're done with KOTOR then. We've talked a lot with him. Lastly, the bitch herself, Kreia.
We must go to Dantooine, to the Enclave. There is something there that you must hear if you are to understand. I have no time for questions, and any answers will have to wait until we stand within the Enclave together.
Okay. Yo, I got a little bit of chills. You found all the Jedi, and you have convinced the remaining Jedi Master to travel to Dantooine. Alright, well, luckily for us, we're still in Dantooine, which is all part of the plan. So, whew, here goes nothing. I don't know who we bring along, though. I think we should bring along Kreia. I want to bring along the Disciple again, man. I want to bring him along again, but I don't know if we should, you know? Alright, we're bringing along Kreia. Okay. Oh, cancel. We're bringing along Kreia. Who else do we bring along? T3's pretty low right now. Do we get the OG crew? Oh, well, no, we bring along At and Rand. What am I saying? We bring along At and Rand. Yes. Kreia and At and Rand. OG crew, kinda. OG crew is T3 and At and Rand, but still. Okay, we got some level ups to take care of here, so let me take care of that first. Alright. Now we are on our way to the Jedi Enclave, and we should be able to go into the... We might be able to go into the main room now. Alright, what's Kreia gonna tell us? Is it me, or does it look somewhat restored now? I can't tell. I mean, parts of it are obviously shot up. Okay, it's panning over to that door, meaning we should head into that door. Exactly. Alright, folks, you ready to start the third act of KOTOR 2? You ready to start the third act? Honestly, it probably doesn't matter who we have in our party at this point. I know Kreia said she wanted to talk to us, so it seemed to make sense to bring her along, and then At and Rand, you know. I feel like since he's been with us since the beginning, he deserves to see this moment, though he may not necessarily care. You know? Alright. Rebuilt Jedi Enclave. I'm turning on my light for this one, folks. Gonna make it more so. Oh, cutscene. Evil cutscene.
Out of my way. I am Colonel Tobin of the Onderon Lord, I bring news of the Jedi, a place where you may feed.
Oh no, he's taking the information Kreia gave him.
Telos, Master. There is an academy of Jedi on Telos. Perhaps hundreds of them. Enough to sustain you. And enough for you to free Onderon. Enough for you to free Onderon.
Alright. Frickin' Colonel Tobin.
It is different. It has been some time.
Yeah, it really is. It's overgrown, that's for sure. As long as there's no... I don't even remember what the name of them were. Like, beast creatures around.
Forgive me, but I need to rest. Go on. The Council awaits. I will remain here.
You're afraid.
Yes. Afraid for you. As I always have been. I will be fine here. Whatever answers the Council have are for you. Alone.
Is there anything wrong?
I am tired. The journey has been a long one, and I need to center myself.
Okay. I don't trust Kreia. Not after the Tobin thing is put in there as a reminder that...
Know that much may happen here, but above all, do not forget this. You may trust in me. We cradle each other's lives, and what threatens one of us threatens us both. And if you find you cannot trust me, trust in your training, trust in yourself. Never doubt what you have done. All your decisions have brought you to this point. And now, perhaps, they shall see what you have become.
No Vash.
It is not as it was.
But perhaps that is for the best.
We were wondering when you would arrive. This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Or perhaps you've come for revenge.
We must ally if we are to stop the Sith.
No. We will do as we have done. We will wait. There's nothing else we can do.
The Sith are attacking the Republic.
No, the true threat has yet to show itself.
Oh
it is
God.
waiting for something. Us, perhaps, to enter the war. We have seen their soldiers, the remnants of their fleet, but those are symptoms of a disease. It is more bait to attempt to draw us out.
The actual battle is being fought through the Force, not with weapons of war. It isn't about the Republic anymore. The attack on Onderon, something was attempting to use the planet itself, to feed on it, to draw on the power there. You prevented it, but it was a stalling measure. The next time will be critical.
You are all hesitating, like you did in the Mandalorian Wars.
If Jedi gather, if we wage war against these shadows now, then Jedi will die, and we will die for nothing. Whatever this thing is, it must be fought by those strong in the Force. It cannot be fought in any other way. It knows this, and that is why it is killing us. If we die, then it will win, no matter what fleet or weapons are brought against it.
Why did you cast me out of the... I'm just trying to think this over. Have these guys learned nothing? Okay, maybe the threat is through the Force, and maybe you can only stop it through the Force, but there's still an action. They're not doing anything, you know? Why did you cast me out of the Order?
We cast you out of the Order because you followed Revan to war. There was no other reason.
No, there was another. You had become different somehow, changed. The war had changed you.
You were no longer a Jedi, but we could not tell you why. Some explanations mean nothing unless the one who suffers comes to the answer on their own. What had happened to you was punishment enough, and the Jedi do not kill their prisoners.
And if you had stayed, you would have changed us, and that we could not allow.
Changed you? What do you mean?
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
What are you talking about?
Have you noticed that when you act, others follow?
Those that travel with you.
There's something wrong here. A disturbance in the Force.
They follow you, without question, without hesitation.
Against their instincts, and sometimes against their sense.
It is because you are a leader, but that still fails to grasp the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you.
My character's expression at this very moment, that's me. What? No, honestly, all the characters have told us that they feel better around us. But, like, all of them are with us because our goals are aligned, you know? Explain yourself.
It is not an easy thing to explain. Surely you are familiar with force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another. It is developed over time through understanding of each other. Yet you do it so easily, and we do not know why.
You make connections through the Force, and it resonates with those who travel with you. The resonance is even greater when they, too, are Force-sensitive.
Your actions affect others more than you know. You draw others to you, especially those strong in the Force.
When you suffer, their spirit echoes it. And when they are in pain, their pain becomes yours.
How did this happen?
We do not know, but it is not the first time you felt the weight of so many lives.
And that is why the Mandalorian wars echo within you.
Are you kidding me? What do you mean?
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely deafened to it. Because of that last battle of the Mandalorian wars.
The screams of countless thousands, Jedi and Mandalorians, crushed by the planet's gravity, annihilated.
Their lives still scream across the surface of that dead planet, and within you. To hear the Force over such pain, it is not possible. It was too much for any Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished. All those you had fought with and struggled with. You cut yourself off because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxum. Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned to us, we saw what had happened. You carry all those deaths at Malachor within you. And it has left a hole, a hunger that cannot be filled.
In you, we saw a wound in the Force.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
What? They're trying to tell me that because I had bonds with the people around me, that when they all died, that left a hole inside me. They cast me out. Why would they... What does that have anything to do with casting me out then? Were they afraid I would become too powerful? My connection to the Force is even stronger than before.
Yes. You can feel the Force, but you cannot feel yourself.
What does that mean?
You are a cipher, forming bonds, leeching the life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force sensitives. They are symptomatic of the wound in the Force. You are a breach that must be closed. You transmit your pain, your suffering through the Force. Within you we see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force and the death of the Jedi.
What is the bullshit coming out of this guy's mouth? I'm just trying to digest what... So basically, I'm a wound in the Force because I have this power, this Force power, because it's almost like the Force Awakens. The reason Rey has all the power that she has is because the Force is kind of dissipated in the galaxy. Where does it all go? Who does the Force go to? It goes to me. The problem is that I form bonds so easily. The Council's afraid. The Council is afraid. That's what this is about. They're afraid of me becoming too powerful because of that power. I'm stronger. I can feel the Force strongly.
So you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here. You feed on it, and you grow stronger.
What?
You're like Malachor. It's in you, it's what you are now. You must have noticed as you fought across all these planets, killing hundreds, only to become more and more powerful. Why do you think that was?
But what's worse is that bonding you have. It hasn't gone away. It's gotten stronger, and the more attachments you form, the more you draw others to you.
And that is why you are a threat to us all.
You know what the choice is. If you don't warn them, then the Republic will fall. All those countless lives, innocent lives.
Or the one.
What if other Jedi went to war as you did, suffered the same events, and emerged as you did? What if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to consume and kill?
For you, Malachor was that crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It is what allows them to prey on Force users, to become stronger when Force sensitives are near.
Somehow they have learned their hunger from you. And so you have brought about the end of the Jedi, and perhaps all the knowledge of the Force. But it is of no consequence. Your ability to make such connections, such bonds so easily are why you cannot remain.
And so you wait, as a shadow.
Yes, we are alike that way, blinded one.
I would have thought you would walk with her amongst the Jedi. But that is not the way of the Sith, is it?
Whoa, wait.
Do not speak to me of the ways of the Sith.
Oh my.
You, of all of us, have no conception of what it means to be Sith.
You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
You will lead the Sith here, and that we cannot allow.
Our judgment before
This is wrong.
remains exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force. It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
These guys, the Council is afraid. They would rather... They're all a bunch of old lying men. They would rather lie in an exile of their own, not fighting at all. So the Sith don't have to fight. So people don't have to die. The Jedi think the way to peace is to never acknowledge that there's a threat. But that's not how peace works. The peace in itself is a contradiction, because in order to get peace, fighting is necessary. But it's not like fighting is all it is. It's reasoned fighting. Fighting that's followed by some sort of justification, or it ends in some sort of... It ends in a purposeful way, you know? It's just... The Jedi Council are just kind of like stuck in their own loophole, because for them, to be a Jedi means to uphold peace, to use the light side, you know, to not go to war, you know? And for them, it's exactly what Kreia warned us about. Apathy is death. To avoid conflict is not peace. That's just letting a conflict consume itself. It's just as bad as helping it, you know? And that's the problem with the Jedi. That's the problem with the Jedi way, you know? I won't give up the Force. Stop this. Are you kidding me?
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain,
Oh
but
my
this must
gosh.
be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
They're gonna cut me off.
Enough!
Whoa.
Step away from her.
What?
The hood comes off.
Step away! She has brought truth, and you condemn it. The arrogance. You will not harm her. You will not harm her ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as he did.
She is difficult to see. She's like a shadow of the exile. The Sith out, and now they have come to us.
How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. Did you not hear its call on Dantooine Vrook, on its scarred surface, and in the minds of the settlers? I have endured your corruption of my other students. You shall not have this one. And you, Kavar, so close to the call of Daxan, tell me, did you not feel what poured from the moon, what had taken place there? And Zezkael, to hide upon Nar Shaddaa, yet blind yourself to all that happens there. So close to understanding the Force. So close to giving it up. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from. Save one.
And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live.
But I see what happened now.
It is because you were afraid. As you would pass judgment on her,
I get it now.
I have come to pass judgment on you all.
She gets
who wish
it.
to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars, of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy. Let me show you, you who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force.
See it through the eyes of the exile.
Whoa. Jeez. She's got a point, but, like, did she have to do that?
It is done. She is no more. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.
What about me?
What are we gonna do? If we don't stop her, then everyone, everywhere, they're gonna lose their lives.
If I lose her, it will be my failing. It is the failing of the Jedi who followed Revan. It is a failing of their teaching.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring her before you, but I will not let you have her. Soon your ship shall come from that which made you.
I know you can hear me. I have always known. It is why I followed you. I have destroyed planets for you, General. But now, this once, if we could save something in this galaxy. I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
Oh, well, metaphorically at least. You've gained a new light side force power. Force Enlightenment. Journal entry added. What journal entry was added? Not really sure. Alright, well... The Master is dead, drained to life. His body is worse than lifeless. It's like an absence in the Force. Yeah. Same with Rook, same with Kael. So Kreia drained them of their Force. Maybe the Council was wrong in one way, but... Well, wrong in a lot of ways, but right in another? Does that make sense? Maybe they were right about the death of the Force, but they weren't right in saying that I'd be the one to bring it about, you know? Corpse. What's going on here? Iron rocket. Well, good thing I found this. Yo, what's gonna happen now? I'm just gonna get out of here, basically. I don't know what's... Kreia said she will do what they will do what the Council will not. Or she must go to Atris because they will do what the Council will not. Nomi's robe. But then Kreia wants Nihilus. She told Tobin that the Jedi were on... would meet with Atris. She has a giant scheme. Kreia is up to some giant scheme here. Where's Kreia?
She's gone. The handmaidens came for her. They know who she is now.
Stop. Where are they taking her?
They'll take her to Telos, and Atris will do what she'll do with anyone she thinks is a Sith.
A Sith?
Are you surprised? All that talk of hatred, manipulation, and standing on your own 2 feet? Sorry, you don't get any more Sith than that.
Still, if we were all judged by who we were in the past,
I don't think you'd understand who we are now.
But Kreia and I are linked. If she dies...
Yeah, I know.
We're going to Telos. We have no choice.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Is something wrong? You look troubled. I can feel it. That is an odd answer. What did you mean by it? Never. I believe in what we are doing, what you are doing. I am here because I choose to be. I simply do. There is nothing I can show you as proof, except give you my word. Something happened within the Enclave. What is it? Then they do not understand you. That is the danger of being a Jedi. When one separates themselves from others, chooses to lead a life of isolation, denying what makes them a feeling being, it is easy to make such judgments. And such judgments, I believe, are made in ignorance. There is no danger in what you represent, other than your humanity. You change others, but I do not believe it is due to the Force. I believe it is because you are a natural leader, and because you feel connected to the people around you. Where they look at you and see the death of the Force, I look at you and see hope for all life. And that perhaps a life lived without the Force is not the punishment it is believed to be. I will understand if you feel you must go alone, but I ask that you do not. Instead, take strength from your connections to others. Do not forsake them, as you did in exile. There are others who need to know you. Telos needs you. The planet and all its people are in danger. If we do not stop the Sith now, then the Republic will fall. Admiral Seed, I have found the exile, and that which hunts the Jedi. The Sith will attack Telos. They believe many Jedi lie hidden on its surface. We are going there now to aid them. Mikal out.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Who is there?
Who I am is not the question.
I am Atris, Jedi Master, the last historian of the Jedi, the last of the Jedi.
Those are titles, words you cling to as the darkness falls around you. It is not the first time we have met, Atris. I was here before.
With the exile?
Yes, I was here both times when the exile was brought before you.
Who are you?
I was the one who asked her to be exiled.
What?
I did as you asked, so long ago.
What's that supposed to mean?
You seem familiar to me.
Atris, I have always been here.
You are that which has attacked the Jedi. You are Sith.
Sith is a title, yes, but like you, the title is not who I am. It is not what I believe. For you, it is different. Know that there was once a Darth Kreia, and that she cast aside that role, was exiled, and found a new purpose. But there must always be a Darth Kreia, one that holds the knowledge of betrayal, who has been betrayed in their heart, and will betray in turn. You have bathed in the knowledge of the Sith, but there is not enough truth in such teachings. But it will be a step for you. You have gathered Sith holocrons, Sith teachings from across the galaxy. It is why you have chosen servants who cannot feel the Force. And most importantly, they cannot feel what you have become.
I have sought to preserve the Jedi Order, and I have gathered all that I know of the Sith to this place, so I might find them and stop them.
I had wondered if any of these holocrons had survived Dantooine. You have taken relics from one destroyed planet to the devastation of another.
It was always intended for the Jedi to retreat to Telos should Dantooine be attacked, taking all their lore with them. We could not allow the tragedy at Ossus to happen again.
Such an act marked Telos for destruction. It is why the Sith came here, though the fleet commanders did not know why. It is why Revan ordered its destruction to mark the beginning of the Jedi's civil war. It was a message that there would be no place for the Jedi to retreat, to hide. I would not be surprised if Revan left other gifts beneath the surface of the planet. Much can be buried beneath graveyards that will never be found.
When the Sith attacked, I felt Telos die. Turbo lasers fell like lightning upon the landscape, as they did on Dantooine, and so many died. So many voices, screaming in pain.
Yes, such acts leave their mark on the galaxy. Their cries travel far, though few can hear them.
How did it happen?
Search your heart. It was never battle that called to you, never battle that caused you to fall. Alacor 5 has touched many things, and it casts its echoes still.
Why did she betray me?
You betrayed yourself. Do not blame the exile. And unlike you and I, there is still a chance that one may be saved. The one that you cast out.
Where is the exile? I had thought...
Oh, she will come, but it will be too late to save either of us. It is such a quiet thing to fall, but far more terrible is to admit it.
Knowing Kreia, I feel like this is all part of a lesson she's trying to teach us, though I'm still wrapping my head around what exactly that
Your mistress awaits. She has much to share with you.
Frickin' Kreia. Has been betrayed and intends to betray others. Looks like I'm going alone for this. So, the disciple revealed his name, Mikal. It's an interesting looking shield. Which definitely means, okay, yeah, I don't know why we haven't been calling him Mikal this whole time. I don't know why he didn't tell us that. Reasons we might learn. But he contacted the Republic, so the Republic is probably going to show up here. At least stall the Empire, or hopefully they do. And, yeah, that'll be interesting, because the Republic is kind of on their last gasp here, you know? So this is not a good situation for anybody. I should probably, let's see, learn about creating items. No, I don't want to learn about it. I want to use it to create items. Let's see here. Alright, those are there for a reason, because the game believes I'm gonna, like, be up against some challenges here. So that's a good indicator to save as well. I haven't saved since Dantooine. Feels so long ago, but that's only because there's some shit ahead of us. I feel like we'll have to fight Atris. It's gonna be a confrontation. And then Kreia is not gonna come easy, because she has a very... she's villainous. But her motives are not inherently, like, all that evil, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm just kind of running around here. The quest log doesn't tell me what to do. Atris is up ahead, though. She should, she'll have some words for us. I'm just in awe of the plot right now. I can't really justify it so much. I really like the Disciples' point about how that's our humanity. Because the Jedi Code promotes detachment from humanity. And I guess they never had a student who did that, really. So, yeah.
She said you would come here to this place. If you think you can defeat me here, you are wrong. All this collected knowledge, all these teachings of combat and the Force, they're mine to command. And if I must use it to end you, I will. Surrender. You need not die.
What happened to Atris? Has Atris been corrupted? Is Atris part of this plot? Atris, you have fallen to the dark side. Surely you see that.
Atris? That is not who I am.
Oh, no.
Not any longer. She has not existed for some time, I think. There was always something else within me. It just took time for its voice to be heard.
What happened to you?
The old woman you traveled with finally made me listen to myself, to the galaxy. She said that you would come here, and that you would face me in battle.
There's no reason for us to fight. We need to unite and stop the Sith.
Yes, the Sith are here at last. You have brought them to this place as
She did.
It has all been part of my plans for you. And when I defeat you and the forces you have brought to Telos, I shall take the battle to the heart of the Sith and wipe them out forever.
Oh, man. What plans are you talking about?
These Sith are cowards, striking from the shadows to kill Jedi. I needed a target to draw them out, but I could not risk my own life, all that remained of the Jedi. So I arranged for you to return to the Republic, leaked information of your past, and then waited for the Sith to come. And they did. But you came to Telos against my predictions. Now they are here, I can finally face this enemy and defeat them.
She's being manipulated by Kreia, manipulating us. Oh my gosh, freaking Kreia. Because, like, she sent us out to get the last of the Jedi for the sole purpose of drawing out the Sith, right? Because when Jedi gather, the Sith tend to attack. But that's just crazy, though. Like, and Kreia has convinced her that killing me is... Why? What am I... Why? Why would... What is this place?
All the knowledge of the Sith, gathered from across the galaxy.
Really?
Brought here by my servants, so that I might uncover their secrets, and use them to track them down. But now they have been drawn from the shadows of the Outer Rim, and the only final matter to attend to is finishing you.
And when the Sith are defeated, what then?
When the Sith are destroyed, then I shall rebuild the Jedi Order again. They shall have none of the weaknesses of before. They shall be strong, willing to take battle to any who oppose them and weaken the Republic. They shall not train those who are easily corrupted. No more students that will bring war and hate to the galaxy.
But look at yourself. You'll make the Jedi into the Sith.
The Sith are the Jedi are the Sith. What matters is that they be preserved. All the law, all the teachings brought to a new generation. I am the last of the Jedi, and I will show them this truth. Bring it to the galaxy.
Do you know where the Sith are striking from?
I do not know, yet, but it does not matter. They have come here to face the Republic in battle, and they will be destroyed.
You've placed everyone on Citadel Station in jeopardy, Atris.
Yes, the Sith are here at last. You have brought them to this place as I had foreseen. It has all been part of my plans for you. And when I defeat you and the forces you have brought to Telos, I shall take the battle to the heart of the Sith and wipe them out forever.
If you fear to fight me, then keep talking. The classic, I've heard enough, prepare to die. How many times have we seen that in this game? Surrender and I will spare you. If you fear to fight me, then keep talking. Nah, that'll just provoke her. Not much we can say, but yeah, if I will not fight you, surrender and I will spare you.
Surrender? To you? Never. Let us end this.
Oh boy, frickin' Atris. Why must we come to this? She's been holding the Sith holocron. These are Sith holocrons. She thinks she can build this ultimate... You can't. That's the thing. Oh my. Alright. Not a whole lot I can say. Okay, you're going about this wrong already. Shield. Alright. Force Enlightenment. What does that ability do? I remember, I know we earned it, but yeah.
This will teach you.
Let me just try it. Force Enlightenment. You can't get me, girl. Oh, okay. Man, she's weak. Look at this. She has nothing.
Kill me. End this.